Man, they be fucking beating me so much, bro. With my skin, bro, I had black, bro. The fucking DR wanted to fucking, bro, suspend multitudes of brothers, bro. But I never showed no wounds.
I'm talking about as a bruh, did you find that it was more?
Yes, sir. Of course, man. That's a rhetorical question. Of course. But I was always ready. So I'm going to tell you, I've never, ever had an experience of being wrecked.
Right.
Fucking never. You know, and that's because I never expected to be wrecked.
They didn't cross your mind.
No.
Yeah.
I came with me, bro. I came with aloha, who I am, bro. And there wasn't too much to hate. So bros would always be like, oh man, what you shit, man? Come on, let's holler, let's talk, whatever, you know? For me, bro, it was, I found myself in the first 10 years, not 10 years, but the first years, bro, of just reciting the writ, bro, of just memorizing motherfucker, be like, you know, they like that motherfucker walking writ, man, you know? No, it's just that I memorized it real good. I could pass challenges. I could go into any place in the world and meet bros. It wasn't until I got older, bro, that I understand the writ, bro. You know what I mean, bro?
Right.
So it's like a challenge. Like, what? Motherfucker, you better live a little bit. I sound like one of them old bros now. Yeah. Remember you charge the old bros, the bro, you want to holler? Like, I'm one of the bros now, you know? But life gives meaning to the writ, right? You know? So.
I remember this motherfucker told me when I was on, he's like, you know, then eventually you start living the writ. Living the writ? What the fuck is he talking about? Living the writ. I don't know what the hell you talking about. But the wild thing was, I was talking to Boogie, the dude who's my dean's dean. And I was engaged at the time. I said, man, how you supposed to treat your wife? He said, you treat her like the bros. And then it clicked. I was like, damn. All the shit all that stuff you would do for the bros, he said your wife go in the same category. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, Omega became just a roadmap in terms of like my story is I had no structure to my life prior to Omega. Like I didn't have any compass in terms of what to measure my decisions against. You know what I'm saying? I just was
you had coaches, teachers, whoever who influenced you for the bros?
For the bros?
Yeah. Because I had no frame of reference, man.
I had nothing. The reason that I got interested when I was in undergrad, I thought the bros was some fucking well, see, you gotta understand, like, I went to school in the South. So
what was that?
I went to Morehouse.
Okay.
In Atlanta. And Atlanta was a lot different than Atlanta today. So
what was that? Side chapter?
Side chapter. Okay. So I'm down there and I see these niggas with the camis and the gold boots and the pearl. Man, look at these band motherfuckers. You know, when you're from up here, when you from Northeast, you know, the East Coast, you know, we kind of like think we above motherfuckers. DC, New York, you know, Philly. We think we better than motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And to a degree, because when you go below the Mason-Dixon and you start seeing these backwards ass country motherfuckers. Like when I got to Atlanta, motherfuckers was wearing Jordache jeans, gold teeth, jerry curls. That was my, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, these motherfuckers. Then I get to campus and you know, I'm already not like the college dude, you know what I'm saying? Coming from where I came from. So I see these dudes with the shit on. I'm like, these some battle motherfuckers, you know? Some big country, because down there they were big motherfuckers. So, but the wild thing was, most of the guys, just like at Howard, most of the guys who pledged are like Alabama, Florida, you know, these wild ass spots. And like most DC area dudes, when they go away somewhere, go to college, prison, wherever, they lope together and stay together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm down there, and it was in '89. One dude from Columbia pledged, and he was the rock of the line. Small dude, but everybody like sweated him. You know what I'm saying? He
went solo?
No. It was 18, but he was the rock. He was like the 8 from that line, and everybody sweated him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's from home. You know that mentality, like you said, that attitude. You know what I'm saying? So then my boy, who went to high school here in '91, he pledged that. That's what got my attention. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So his mother stole his book, his history book, the purple book, his guild, copied the whole joint for me. And so I started reading the joint, and I was like, hold on, this shit is more than just motherfuckers running around with the cut up shit and the, you know. And so when it came to, like you said, motherfuckers being more like you in terms of like that out, because I was 10 times what I am today when I was an undergrad. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, that's the kind of motherfuckers the shit I would want. Just because my man did it. That's the only reason that by him doing it, it made me read the book. But the wild thing was, he told me, because I'm still in touch with him, he told me, he said, man, he said, everybody who's a bruh at Side Chapter in 91, and he said maybe even the 89 line, he said motherfuckers would have been alphas. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, everything depends on what's popping at your yard. You know what I'm saying? So he said prior to the bruhs coming back, they want suspension. The alphas ran the yard, but they killed a dude. Damn. A dude died. He was like one of the first to die. This was like 89, something like that. He said once that dude died in 89, alphas left, bruhs came back on the yard, and the bruhs got an opportunity. Cabas was still off at the time. Cabas didn't get back until like 92 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what, was able to bring the bruhs. And but for all that happened, I probably wouldn't be a bruh today. But the wild thing is, everything in my life that's occurred since 1995 is a result of me being a bruh. Because prior to me pledging, I didn't think I had the aptitude to go to law school. I would have been working at my job for the government. I would have been, making good money because my natural ability to do well would have, came out and I would have made my money. But in terms of me saying, let me go ahead and do this law school shit and pass the bar and all that, I wouldn't have ever tried that shit. But once you finish pledging, you be like, I can do any goddamn thing. Well, fuck it, I'm going to law school.
And then you meet bros, be like, wait, you a lawyer? I can do that shit.
One of my boys that he's actually interested, he wants to get down with Gallon Pie now. He graduated the year after me, but he told me last year, he said, I never told you this. He said, man, but I admire you. He said, because every time, he said, it's like, he said, I met your ass, you a regular motherfucker from the area. He said, but the nigga, he said, goddamn, the nigga play every goddamn instrument on the planet. He banging all the goddamn broads. The nigga pledges Omega and does that shit. The nigga goes to law school. He said, goddamn, what can't this nigga do? You know what I'm saying? And so, that's what made me realize, if I didn't have Omega, number one, to give me that confidence, you know what I'm saying? Who knows where the fuck I would be? You know what I'm saying? That's...
You talking about Jeff?
Who?
You talking about, you say your boy.
A dude that's interested? This dude's named Jason. Jason Crump.
I've realized, man, is that it's universal for young men, bro, is the concept of tribes, bro. And that's what I try to develop in higher ed, bro. Correct tribes for boys to land at, because education is failing young men miserably. But if you can get them into tribes, bro, whatever that may be, I pledged a good tribe, bro. Here I am, man, 20-something years into it. I pledged a good tribe. Boys need that, bro. Young men need that, bro. A tribe that they can identify with and work hard for. Work hard to get in. I think that still matters, bro. And I think that's why, honorary bros or bros who signed the paper or whatever still get somewhat scrutinized.
I don't think that it happens as much as it did in the 90s, though.
You think so? Yeah.
I don't think that shit is the same, man. It's not. I mean, I think my theory is those of us from the 90s are the ones who still feel that way. But
I don't feel that way. I don't give a fuck. If they good bros, they good bros. That's for other bros.
No, I'm just saying if there's somebody who thinks that, they're most likely from the 90s. Anybody from the new millennium that wasn't made by somebody from the 90s, they're not thinking that shit. They motherfuckers. I was at the Howard Morehouse game at RFK, the big stadium here, and this nigga was from wherever, loud as shit. And I was like, "What's up, dog? Why don't you come over here and fuck with the bros, or whatever?" So he come over, and so I said, he introduced himself from, I think he was from Alabama. You were there, Malik, weren't you? You weren't at the Howard Morehouse game? Okay. He says he's from Alabama. Out loud, young dude. I said, okay. I said, all right, man, I'm Rick. Ford, 2011, Rick Matall. He was like, good shit, good to meet the good kids. I was like, see, that's where the fuck we at today. Right. You know what I'm saying? Rick Matall. Good shit. Good to meet the good cues.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, the old me, the 90s Rick, oh man, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Then now we got to go into a, you know what I'm saying? But now, I don't get, I just realized I do my little test. Who are you? I'm Rick, Gamma Pi 96. Oh, you know Dame? Ain't no Dame in my chapter. I'll say shit intentionally just to see, you know, and nobody trips. Nobody cares anymore. You know? So, now I just do my, you know, I'm trying to do my community service piece. I'm trying to do my little leadership piece in the chapter, you know, try to make, at least get people behind me to realize, you know, there's an obligation to be out and to work. You know what I'm saying? Both. Not just I'm going to be a worker. Be out and be a worker. You know what I'm saying? Make your reputation or whatever. Live that shit. You know what I'm saying? For the next dude, so that I can be able to look back and say, okay, yeah, we still got it to some degree. But in terms of all that, who pledged, who didn't pledge, that shit is done, I think.
What do you think it is for the state of the undergrads at this point?
Depends. Like, niggas, we got a dude that pledged on the line after us in 99. He's still plugged into that shit. So because he's plugged in, he still continues that 90s era mindset. So certain schools probably still have that mindset. Other people's kind of like the 80s and before, where you show up, you wearing your shit, and they be like, all right, well, good to meet you, bro, blah, blah, blah. Today, it's not too much. After shit changed, with you know, in terms of being on top, it slowly became a process where that undergrad, grad division started dissipating because everybody's, well, not everybody, but if you started to pledge, you all did it the same way. You hid the shit, you blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? So, but now,
I think it depends on where you pledge that, because I know.
I walk on our chapter yard tomorrow and with something on, ain't nobody gonna say shit.
That's, I think, probably in this area. That's what I'm saying. Because I know at the 2nd District Conference, we ran into some 80s bros in the parking lot. And they was just in the parking lot having brews in the back of their truck. And me and Come Out Bees ran into them, and they was all about, hey, you know, at first it was just like, hey, what's up, bro? We found ourselves out there talking for about a good hour. You know, just on, you know, pledge process and stuff like that. I'm just
80s bros?
Yes.
From when?
Shoot.
Late 80s?
Yeah.
Niggas who would be mad in like 90 when the process changed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the same thing. 90s bro. Niggas who were affected by it, who grew up in it, or the dudes. Yeah. Select membership selection when that joint kicked in on y'all. So anybody who, if I pledged in 87, 88, then I'm still on the yard, and then they say in 90 things are gonna change, and now 91, you know, comes along, and now it's the late 80 dude's gonna be just as mad as. Well, that's the niggas who started the shit,
right?
Because they're the ones that those are the niggas who were like, man, these niggas ain't blah blah blah. That's the group that started it. But then anybody 91, 92, that's the group that's 92 is the year that I think everybody caught the brunt of it, because that's the year shit can go. It was either way. You could be 92 and good or 92 and not good, depending on your chapter, depending on who was, you know, controlling y'all show. By 95, 96, that whole underground thing was in full swing. They had perfected that shit by then. So by the time we came in, it was definitely niggas was like it was civil war going on. And so we bred that same mentality, but
that's a good way to put it.
That you know what I'm saying? And then but what happens is you can only be like that for so many years. The shit is going to die out. Where the fuck are the 88 bros?
It's gonna walk.
Yeah, where the 88 bros now? Yep. You know, I can't throw a rock and hit one of them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can throw a rock and hit an 07.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, those bros aren't around to enforce that mentality. This shit just dies out. Nigga, we fucking with the gout and fucking sleeve surgery and shit.
Watching our triggers.
We doing motherfucking arithmetic for elementary school kids and shit. making lunches. We ain't got no time to be worried about.
We are those bros now, man.
Oh man,
those bros was there when we was young.
Yeah,
we are those bros.
Yeah, we the niggas like that. This old motherfucker right.
I remember the bros would come to the party. The bros be out, there's women up here. I'm like, see, man, it gets to a point where all these girls just become somebody's daughter. I'm like, yo, come on, man. It was like, go find the mama or the auntie and let me know, all right?
Oh, that's funny.
So it gets to a point, they're just somebody's daughter, dog. And having a daughter now, I feel you. You couldn't have told me nothing back then.
When I found out it was real, I never had a daughter, but Roman Trigg, when Roman Trigg got a daughter, I don't know if you know Roman. When that nigga, me and Roman G'd many a honeys coming through this joint. When he got a daughter, he was like, man, that shit, he started talking, that's when the real conversation, man, that shit changed you, dog.
that's that tender education of soul.
Yeah, that nigga was like, that shit changed you, man. You start looking at women differently, dog.
You start looking at the pussy different. Let me tell you.
Oh, this nigga. He's lost it.
I've lost my mojo.
This nigga has lost it. But ever since he had a daughter.
Yeah, man.
He still bangs some chicks. But it's not to the...
You had sisters? You grew up with sisters? See, man, I grew up with all men, man. You had sisters? Yeah, Malik, you had sisters?
I got one.
See, like, I've noticed that, though, man. People who grew up with sisters had a different outlook, bro.
Probably,
different take.
Yeah.
You know, they had training with that respect already, man. I had all boys, man, in my family, man. And it was my poor mom, man, just all boys, bro.
Boys, they got all nephews.
And the wiring and the lens of men, bro. So with my daughter, bro, she 5 now, bro. Boy, it's a daily lesson, bro. Daily lesson. Women and that drama at 5 years old, shit, that's some real shit, boy.
She 5 now. Shit, by the time she motherfucking 15, 18, you gonna be wearing motherfucking suspenders and shit. You having suspenders. Who the fuck had the dog?
Exactly.
The hell you want? You little whippersnapper?
Yeah, you know what, man? I got a part. How you doing, bro? You gonna take my daughter? Come inside, come talk to uncle.
Yeah, as soon as that motherfucker come in, you beat the shit out of him.
Bro, I got a friend back home, bro, who's like one of these brothers. He's a Vietnam vet. So he in his 50s, almost 60, but he represents the brothers to me that represents the next step of Wu-Tang, okay? I can speak to the old man, but the old man gonna give you old man, grandpa wisdom, okay? Which is good too, man.
Right.
But we're not there yet.
Right.
But these brothers who like in their 50s and stuff, that's where we headed. Okay?
Right.
So I listen a little bit more. And this brother got 5 fine ass daughters, man.
Damn.
And I the way I've seen him, and they solid, bro. They all got degrees. They strong women, bro. But I once overheard him, bro, talking to one of his daughters, and I was like, wow, he was so candid, bro, because he was like, her old man was kind of not doing the right thing. And he was like, well, I think you shouldn't give him the pussy then. I don't think he works for it. And I was like, he talking to his daughter like that. I'm like, yeah, baby, you should be a little bit more guarded with your punani. Come on, baby. Come on. Hold that shit back. And he was so candid with her, bro, that I was shocked, but I was like, wow, that's a great parenting tactic. Because, so far, I think I'm going to have one of them fine-ass girls myself. I see him already being raised, bro. Her mama white, half. That girl beautiful, bro. I can see him already. But that's the way I'm going to raise him. She going to know about men, right? You see Steve Harvey, you seen some of his shit, right? He said his daughter had said, why did you ask him that? And he said, I asked him that because you did it. She was like, everything that young man is thinking, I have been there. Okay? I'm 48 years old. I have thought what he thought. So I don't know, man. Hey, what this